So we all know who Vince McMahon is, right? The chairman of the board. He was the CEO of WWE for so many years. I mean, he quite literally took this place and revolutionized it. However, that does not take away from the things that he was accused of doing. Obviously, a lot went down a couple of years ago when we found out the allegations that Vince McMahon was facing and to this day still is facing. However, not too long ago, Vince McMahon did post online a message that was very misunderstood, even by myself when I initially saw it. It read, and I quote, "The case is closed. Today ends nearly 3 years of investigation by different governmental agencies. There has been a great deal of speculation about what exactly the government was investigating and what the outcome would be. As today's resolution shows, much of that speculation was misguided and misleading. In the end, there was never anything more to this than minor accounting errors with regard to some personal payments that I made several years ago while I was CEO of WWE. I am thrilled that I can now put all of this behind me." So, first of all, initially it appears that everything that was pretty much against him, right? Because the main deal here, the main thing that we were all, disgusted with and concerned about was the unfortunate things that he got accused of doing to, people that used to work with him. So after reading this, I thought to myself, and many other people thought to themselves, okay, Vince McMahon is free. He's no longer in trouble. He could even come back and be CEO of WWE once again. Now, was that going to happen? Even if Vince McMahon gets cleared, if his name gets cleared, it'll be a rough path, I would say, because he's not in charge anymore. He doesn't really have this authority. And let's be honest, most of us do not like him, even just as a content officer. We don't like his creative writing. We don't like anything that he did with the storylines, with the gimmicks. As of late, he was quite literally ruining WWE. And that might be because of his age already. I mean, he's getting pretty old. It's not surprising because he used to make some pretty good storylines. I mean, he's the one that took this company to a whole new level. And not just WWE. He took the entire industry of professional wrestling and he made something incredible with it. He revolutionized it, like I said. But it seems that that case is not over. There is a context note added on X, which is a great feature, by the way. I am very happy that they have this feature because there's so much information online and, well, readers are able to basically verify this information and just add this big note right under the posts explaining how this is misleading and what the truth actually is. So it says, readers added context. Vince McMahon settled with the SEC without admitting/denying its findings. This was exclusively about the hush money charges. Janelle Grant's civil suit will go forward and use these findings as evidence according to her attorney. So, the claims made by Grant and, everything that got him in trouble, like all the actions that he took, that case is still not over. It's still going and we are yet to know what's going to happen with that. So yeah, it appears that Vince McMahon was trying to paint a good picture of himself, which he has in the past, by posting other things. For example, when his Netflix documentary was released, he talked about how a lot was misrepresented and left out entirely in an effort to leave viewers intentionally confused. So Vince McMahon, he's not active on Twitter much, or X I should say, but it's clear that he wants to keep this good image. And is it working? Not really. It would be really surprising to see Vince McMahon come out as innocent from all of this, because the people that, if you watch the documentary, have worked with Vince McMahon in the past, they were really not surprised with the things that Vince McMahon was accused of. I mean, I guess to an extent you would be surprised, right? But a lot of people did say that it made sense, that sounds like Vince, which is obviously a problem, and it honestly does not help Vince's case here. So yeah, just to clarify everything, Vince McMahon is still in trouble. All these allegations are still ongoing and the cases are not over. This was simply about the hush money. This was simply about the payments. So no, Vince, you should not be thrilled of anything because you cannot move on from this. The case still goes on and we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, thanks for watching. Obviously this is a lot different than my other videos. I usually just talk about, WWE's stories and other things related to the product that we actually see on TV, rather than it's very controversial and dark history or anything that might be going on behind the scenes. Obviously, this is not directly linked to WWE, as obviously this is Vince's own problem, but I did find it strange that Vince would plead innocent in all of this. I mean, it's really obvious that Vince McMahon is in no way innocent. Like I said, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens in the future. But with that being said, make sure that Vince McMahon is not your #1 primary source when it comes to this case. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please stay tuned for the next video. consider subscribing for more content. Stay tuned. Until next time.